welcome to another Coffee with Joy. I am your host, Joy. Today, I would like to say Happy Women's Day. For all the women around the world, we appreciate you. For you, without you, it won't be a world. So I am so ever grateful to have my guest Sonja as we talk about the alluring of a woman as we celebrate Women's Month. So after these messages, we're going to talk about all things women, about fashion, by putting things together, by using what you already have in your household. After these messages, we're going to bring my guest in. As you know, this is Coffee with Joy.
Our mission focuses on showcasing local and global talent of all ages on and off the field. We will strive to inspire, educate, and bridge the divides through our media collaboration. Our goal is to give student athletes and coaches the platform to let their talents be seen and a platform for the community to let their voices be heard. This is the Union Media Group.
Welcome back to Coffee with Joy. So I'm going to bring my guest Sonja in. She's going to tell us a little bit about herself, and then we're going to get right into the discussion. Everyone, welcome my guest Sonja. Welcome, Sonja. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hi.
So yes, can you tell people a little bit about yourself, and then we're going to jump right on in.
Yes, so my name is simply Sonya. I am a fashion content creator for YouTube, Instagram, and a little bit on TikTok. And basically what I do is I encourage Christian women to create and develop style without shame. So embracing the fact that you love God and also embracing the fact that you can love God and be cute. Okay.
Yes, cute. I definitely love cute. So how did this all come about? Because, many people look now, we're in the age where a lot of people want to do, blogging, they want to do fashion, but their key idea is, how do I start? I don't have the equipment. Where do I go? Where do I go? So how did you take on that road to begin this journey of showcasing slash becoming an influencer, content creator? Where did it all begin and start?
Wow. So I created my YouTube channel in 2017 using a very old iPhone. And I started blogging like just my friends' experience because, in my opinion, me and my friends are hilarious. So I started vlogging. And then eventually I started doing Christian videos on YouTube, just talking about like my experience with God and just like the things that He was teaching me and some of my hardships. And then when right before COVID hit, we were planning a trip to Mexico. And I had bought all of these swimsuits, and I was like, I should make a swimsuit try on video. Why the heck
Mm-hmm.
not? And this was the first time that I had ever even thought about doing anything fashion on social media. And the first thing I wanted to do was a swimsuit video, which was a risk because it's my first time showing my body, to the
Right.
internet, and I'm in a swimsuit. That video went viral for me at the time. It hit like 30 something thousand views, and this is before I even had like 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. And I was like,
Wow.
hey, this might be something. And so I've been just continuing to upload videos ever since.
So as you find yourself, uploading these bathing suits, like what was your outcome once you that drive, once that kick, once they have pushed you in and really showcase like, okay, I see where I can go. Like how did that take from there to where you are right now?
I think it was two things that really prompted a shift in me was like
Mm-hmm.
me having the confidence to get on camera and show myself in a swimsuit, which is something that like people in my family don't do, right? Nobody's
Right.
in my family is getting up there and showing themselves in bras, panties, lingerie, anything like that. An outfit, okay, but a swimsuit, whoa. And so it was
Yeah.
like the confidence that I had to do it. And then also it was all the comments that were like, oh my God, you're shaped just like me. And, you know, I just love seeing somebody who looks like me on camera. And I've been wanting to try out this company in their swimsuits, but I just wasn't sure. And I was like, I can do this. And I have been known to be like the pioneer. I call myself a line leader, where I'm like, okay, let
Okay.
me go first and let me report back to the group and then we'll see how it goes. And so I just took the risk just based off of being proud of myself for doing something, but then also just inspiring so many other women to love their curves.
Wow, that's amazing. Because definitely, trying to walk in faith and really try to showcase that you don't have to be in a certain look just to say, hey, I'm walking in faith. I'm walking with God. You can still have fun and still walk with him. Now, there's always the flip side to that, right? So did you have like any backsayers? Well, how can you follow God and you showing your body? How can you follow God
There's
and you're showing your legs? So was there any backlash from off of
Of course, and they still around, girl. They still be chatting.
that?
I think the biggest thing that I have tried to be clear about is you don't want to do anything where you feel like you're compromising your morals.
Right.
So use me as inspiration, but you don't have to copy me verbatim if that's not what you're comfortable with. And always, always, always purify anything through God first. If I'm
Right.
wearing something that's a little risque in your opinion, purify it through God first before you buy it. But yeah, the
Correct.
naysayers, it's always there, no matter if it's even
Hmm.
not even about me being Christian, but about me being plus size too. So they're around.
And it's sad that, a lot of people want to just pour their opinions where it has no
Mhm.
stage. But I just want to let you know I am here. I am here for the downfall. But I say thank God for them, because without them, it won't make you who you are. It won't make you
Right.
stronger, because how would you ever overcome those naysayers, those individuals? Because again, like you stated, they're sitting right in the front row seat, still watching, still
Mhm.
criticizing, still putting on the platform just to say, you know what, that does not belong on you. But we congratulate you. We say thank you, because again, even God got to deal with Lucifer. But hey, here's no here, no there, right? But now as you take on, and I know you started working with brands, like how do you shift yourself from, now you just started, you getting into, showcasing plus size clothing. Now how do you operate with working with brands, trying to pour in just to keep in your identity? Because a lot of people start following brands, they start shifting, and that's not who they are. So how did you follow brands and continue your identity?
It's a thin line. You know, when you're working with brands, they have very particular rules and guidelines they want you to follow. And I think one of the biggest things that I would tell any content creator when they're working with brands is always remember you know your audience way better than they
Mm-hmm.
do. So even though they come with a
Welcome back to the.
campaign or anything that you know is specific, if it's not going to work for your audience, communicate
Mm-hmm.
that. And I also think too, I continue to create organic content. So not everything
Yeah.
I post is sponsored. So that
Mm-hmm.
allows me to still be as creative as I want to be without like having to be in these little guidelines all the time.
And as you say, organic posts, can you walk us through what is organic? Because a lot of people there, and granted, there's plethora of people out here who wants to work with brands, right? They just see the beginning and the end. They don't see the in between and not keeping their identity. So by you showcasing your organic side, putting on the organic fluent creation, how do you maintain that? How do you work with that? And what is some of the ideas that you come up with by showcasing that to other people, that hey, I'm still keeping my identity, still pouring into me, still doing what I want to showcase to my I call them supporters. I don't like to say
Yeah.
followers, but for the sake of it, supporters, right? Because you are supporting me, because I may fall and I don't want you to follow me. I am
Right.
human, right? God look for
Okay.
the progression, not the perfection. But hey, that's a
Correct.
different time. So yeah, so how do you maintain that organic content creation now that, especially with the spin on TikTok, IG, as they're starting to turn and trying to force everyone to just copy, 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 So how do you maintain
Mhm.
that organic fluent creation?
I think for me, it's important to remember that organic is fluid. So as I'm growing and I'm changing, my content is going to grow and change. And
Mm-hmm.
whenever an idea pops up into my head, I try my best to write it down in my little notes in my phone. And I'll just go through and be like, oh, I feel like doing this weekend. I don't have a brand thing. So when I have time, I want to do this. Or even with like, I uploaded something today about like how I curl my hair. That was a spur of the
You're
moment,
right.
like, oh, I'm about to curl my hair. Let me go ahead and make a little reel or something because the girls want to know about my curls.
Yes.
So it's like that. It shouldn't be anything outside of what you would normally do in your regular life. And I think that's
Mm-hmm.
what some people might get misinterpreted. I'm not
Yeah.
doing anything different that I wouldn't be doing if I wasn't a content creator. And that's how it remains organic for me.
Awesome. Now, I love your nails. Now, I am a white girl all day, right? Short, short, short. And of course, I love the designs. I love the nails. But again, I am white. Yes, I know I may tease some people off, but yes, I'm white 365, head, toe, and nails. I can't. I try my best, but I love the way that you really showcase your nails. I love the nail art. So how do you find inspo in keeping your nail art? Because I know a lot of people look forward to that, and how you go in, how you do the transition, how you place it. And of course, we didn't place a video here, but definitely, if you look on her Sonya's page, you would definitely see the different artwork. So how did you come up with the different inspo? Because again, that's part of being the beauty of a woman, to really not only take care of your internal, but take care of the external.
Yeah. So my nails are playing right now, but design is coming.
Yes.
So I grew up loving art. I used to draw. Everybody in my family draws or paints, or just they're very artistic. I come from an artistic family, and as I
Okay.
got older, I stopped drawing, but I still
Mm.
loved art. I still love design. I still love architecture and all of that. So, with my nails, like that is such a big part of like my personality. And
Mm,
so if
wow.
I'm not drawing the art, I might as well pay somebody to put it on my nails.
Right.
So I would literally go on Instagram and just I follow a lot of nail techs on Instagram, and
Okay.
whatever I like, I just screenshot, and my nail tech, shout out to Vanessa, is so talented that she can just recreate it as close as possible as she does. So my best friend and I, we share Pinterest posts about nail designs and things
Okay.
like that. If I'm looking for a certain color or something like that, I just kind of research it. And if I find something I like, that's what I show her.
Oh, phenomenal. And I want to touch on a point where you said about Pinterest. Now, do you find yourself creating mood boards a lot? I know me personally, as I'm talking to like photographers, or if I'm trying to showcase with another friend, we create mood boards, just to get that visual out. Do you find yourself doing that a lot, or you just go with the flow by just explaining in full detail?
I wish I was that organized with my creativity, but I'm not. I have I have mood boards from back in the day that I just add
Uh-huh.
that I've been adding to for years, but they're not organized. No, it is a goal to go up there and like make my Pinterest a little bit more aesthetic for myself. But no, my creativity can be very random. It is literally like an idea. And then if I see something that I like, I'm like, okay, just save it. I don't care what folder it saves to as long as I can save it. So
So now we're going to take a quick commercial break, but when we return, we're going to talk to Sonya about how she's shopping from her own closet. As a blogger, content creator, we have tons and tons of clothes that we want to get rid of course, monetize off of it, but sometimes it's hard. But you have some great pieces that you would like to dress up. So she's take on this initiative this year to shop your closet. So when we come back, we're going to listen to a quick clip, and then we're going to ask her how is she going about organizing all of this. So stay tuned, everyone. You go to my YouTube channel, Coffee with Joy, where I share the latest topic. I am your host with Coffee with Joy with today's topic. So we're going to show the quick clip of how she shopped her closet.
Welcome back to another episode of What You Got at Home, and this time we're doing New York Fashion Week inspiration from the clothes that we got at the house, okay? So I made an entire video creating looks inspired by, not copying, but inspired by some of my favorite New York Fashion Week looks from some of my favorite fashion influencers right now. To me, the looks came out so good, it seems like I should be at New York Fashion Week. So make sure you check the caption below to get more details on when that YouTube video will be uploaded so you can see all the looks that I did, and I will see y'all in our next What You Got at Home, period.
I just want everybody to know, period. I want to do that again, period. Yes, period. First, let me just say publicly, phenomenal. What an A++++. You hit it on target. Definitely great looks. I mean, just fabulous. Now, how and why did you come up with Shop Your Closet to really emphasize that to so many?
Yes, so I've been partnering with brands for the last 2.5 years, and they will send you so much stuff. And I found myself in my house just with a lot of clothes and nowhere to wear it to all the time. And I did my best to do closet sales, but it was getting to the point where literally, like, when God said that he will give you enough that your cup overflow, mine was like bursting at this point.
Wow.
And so I'm like, okay, I can't sell this stuff fast enough. I don't want to just like drop it off somewhere where it's not going to go to good use. Let me challenge myself to wear the items that I actually have and challenge my creativity. But it was also an attempt for me to cut down on overconsumption and also cut down on making my audience feel like they always have to be ready to buy something.
Wow. Yes.
So I just wanted to encourage that.
I mean, I think it's phenomenal, right? Because definitely, I think if more people emphasize by shopping your closet, you really get to mix and match what you have, and did what you did with the New York Fashion Week. You know, find the inspo, what you have in your closet, and go from there. So some of the ladies that you showcase, I follow, right? And I mean, they're tremendous. So I do agree with you and declare that you will be at New York Fashion Week come 2023, if not 2024. Amen. We receive that. So definitely would love to see your styles on the walks of New York, cities of New York. So you definitely would be there. But how, by choosing those young ladies, and of course, shout out to the women, it's Women's Month, of course. After looking at their outfits, choosing them, what was the primary reason of going after their looks, their choices? And by the way, I think it's A+, okay? But there's so many great women, right? But those selective few that you went after, why those women?
Honestly, it was because I knew I had something in my closet that was similar that I could recreate. And so that's like the biggest thing with this entire series. When I'm looking at inspiration, I'm looking for something that I can already match to what I have, so that I'm trying to get myself out of feeling like I have to buy something new every time I want to go somewhere. So I deliberately went through and I watched everybody's looks. I stalked everybody and I watched everybody's looks. And I screenshotted everything. I was like, "Oop, I got something like that. I have that. I have that." And I just did my best to recreate it as best as I could.
Wow. Now, as you say, you screenshot. Now, do you always try to at least screenshot, look at as you prepare these series? Or what is your format? Or if you would like to disclose that format, right? Because there's so many ways you can do it, as far as clothes, of course, swimwear, shoes. So what is your format in order to continue this run to really showcase to other people that you can really shop your closet? You have some great pieces. You just have to know how to mix it up.
Yeah, so the biggest thing is I'm a visual learner, and I think that's
Okay.
really important when it comes to your style, knowing how you learn things. So
Mm-hmm.
if I have a picture of it, even if I don't have the exact items, I can look at
Okay.
the color, the style, or the personality of the piece, and I'm like, okay, I do have something like that. Here is a perspective that I can use to put it together. And then a lot
Mm-hmm.
of times, what I do is I will go in my closet and I will stand in the closet and I will like
Uh-huh.
absorb, just everything that's in there. And I will pick something out. I'm like, okay, I haven't worn this before, or I haven't worn it in a long time. And I'll hold it and I'll just walk through my
Mm.
closet like, does this match? Does this look cute? Does this look cute? And I do have like, I think it's a special gift that I have where I can just kind of like imagine, I can imagine how it's going to look together and,
Okay.
hope that it will translate when I actually put it on.
And it translates very well so far. What you have done is definitely a phenomenal thing, because many people need to see that, right? Because some people like to be the trailblazer, many people want to be the leader, but some people, I think, not I think, I really much know that fear gets in the way. They really take what people say, oh, to heart, and not really just push through and just really go for it, because what God has for you is for you. No man can't stop it, right? You have to really
Mhm.
take yourself out of that. And I think that's what you have done to really showcase to women that, hey, you all look beautiful with the clothes that you already have. And it's almost like playing dress up, right? The more you're able
Yeah.
to do it, the more that your creativity comes to life and you realize, like, wow, who cares what the naysayers say? Because there's some women who are killing the game, right? I mean, definitely putting the pieces together, really just adding it together. Now, have you thought about doing shoes?
I've done a little bit of shoes content on my YouTube channel. Shoes
Okay.
is a little bit more difficult for me because, as a lot of plus women know, especially if you're
Mhm.
tall, I have big feet and they're very flat feet. And
Okay.
shoes is always a challenge for me to find. So I will definitely, I have had plenty of times where I'll put together a bomb outfit and I'm like, but the shoes, I
Shoes.
don't have any.
Right. But the shoes, people. But the
But the shoes.
shoes. The pieces ankle on up, we look great. But the
Yes.
shoes. We're gonna coin that. But the
But the
shoes. Yeah.
shoes.
And I think that's a lot of plus size woman issues, right? And
Yeah.
that's the reason why I brought it out, because some women may say, hey, where are you getting your shoes from? Hey, I have big ankles and I really only places I could shop here and there, but I want to go elsewhere, because again, God built everyone differently. So, but many
Yeah.
people, they do have shoe issues where they want to dress the outfit, but after a while you get tired of seeing the same shoes with your outfit. So
Right.
is there one place in particular that you shop for your shoes, or you just get them at random?
I actually shop a lot at Target. Now I know they don't
Okay.
sell wide. I don't think they sell wide fit, but I shop there. I will shop on Shein for some shoes.
Yeah.
Ego shoes is another good place if you're looking for like really funky colors. So if you want like
Yeah.
spring or summer color heels and things like that. But it is literally trial and error. It's like I'll get them and size 11 is more like a 10. It's a
Yeah.
whole experience. So I try to hold, if I can find some good ones, I wear them things out. Okay.
Yes, wear them out. Now, I'm from the era when it was Payless, right? And it was like 9.5 or 8.5. And people was like, what's your shoe size? I'd be like 9.5. But now it's like 9 or 10. I'm like, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
really 9.5, people. So I'm forced
Right.
to kind of go to the 10. So my feet kind of
Yeah.
conform to the 10. And I really do mentally, I am 9.5 because of Payless took me there. But now Payless, God bless Payless. Yes. But no longer here. Nobody does have. And if they do, I don't shop there. Because like you, I shop at, Shein or Go Jane or DSW because I'm a heel girl. So definitely
Yes.
I have to get 10. I can't get the half. So I'm always, when I
Yeah.
look for the shoe, it's always a 10. Now, as you putting this all together, what is like your number one goal as a fashion? Like, what do you want everyone to take away when you're presenting on all across your media? What is the number one thing that you want people to see when they see Sonja? They just say, oh, this is her. I know this is the bottom line.
Oh, that's a good question. Um, I feel like the biggest thing that I would say was two things. I would say that I would want people to know that I am super, super comfortable in my body. And whatever I put on is because it is a love letter to my curves. Like I'm wearing
Mm,
this as a love letter to this body that is constantly in transition. One day she's not, but I have
uh-huh.
invested in her so much so that whatever I put on her, she's gonna know
Mm-hmm.
that she's loved. And I want
Yes,
that
I take that.
to project to other people because, you know, a lot of people, especially in the plus size community, they use clothes to cover up
Yeah.
instead of something to celebrate their body. And so
Mm-hmm.
I just want to be that example, just making people understand that no matter where you're at in your journey with your body, it's carrying you day to day. This is one body that you
Wow.
have. And so just making sure that outside of your eating healthy and your all these weight loss plans and things like that, make sure that you present yourself in a loving way to yourself.
Amen. Yes, I did all that. Yes, love letter. Yes, definitely dress who
Yeah.
you are. Because I, not because I know for a fact. When other women see other women their size, the representation really matters, right? And really, like you said, the love letter, dressing who you are and really being comfortable in your skin, which you're loving you. Because that's the first part.
Mhm.
If you don't love you, how can you expect someone else to love you? But definitely, I'm gonna be
Right.
using that love letter, definitely towards your body. Now, I know I didn't state this at the beginning, people. It's a little disclaimer, right? So me and Sandra met each other in Houston, Texas, right? I gotta tell this story, Sandra. I gotta tell this story. I've been burning to tell this story because Tiffany, if she's on Policy and Fashion, right? And she was like, "Yeah, you should have Sandra on your show." I said, "Okay, yeah." So of course, me being everybody, my assistant, trying to get everything together, I said, "Sure." So we there at a brunch. We was at Crusade of Curves, and it was a brunch
Mhm.
on Sunday afternoon, and this guy, he's on a computer, he's on a piano, he's playing. He wanted to take a picture of me, Sandra, somebody else, I think it was Christy and Tiffany. I went off, people. Okay, he was so adamant. That wasn't godly. So wherever you at, God, wherever you at, person, I'm sorry. But I, yeah, I have to make that disclaimer. That's been on my heart for so long. So the person was so adamant. He had his camera and he was
Mhm.
so ready to take our picture. I said, "Sir,
Yeah.
no, 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 no." I was like, I went off in a nice, rude way. That wasn't my caliber. But, sir, you didn't even ask us. Okay. I do apologize, but my character still stands. You got to ask people to take the picture. He literally was holding up his phone and was like, "Sir,
Yeah.
can you use our phone?" He's like, "Oh, no, 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 I'm going to go." I said, "All right, bye. We get somebody else." But I take that seriously. So, Sandra, please forgive me. That's not my character.
No,
We still took a
it
great
was
picture,
so
people. I didn't give it to
random.
my, huh?
It
I
was
didn't hear
so
what you said.
random.
Yeah. He held up the phone like, "I want to take your picture," and I was like, "No, you can't do that. I'm sorry, sir." But I was just so adamant about it. So we got somebody else, a waiter. He took our picture. So hopefully in between, I would show the picture that we took. But it was so great meeting Sandra that day. I just want to let you. That's been on my heart. I just want to make sure before we go or end the show that I brought that out, of course. But
Yeah.
again, people, if you're going to ask someone to take your picture, just ask. Don't just say have your phone and ready to go. Because people do things with your picture. The scammers are
Yeah.
scamming, and all they
Yeah.
need is your face. You just don't know. And if I can try to prevent us from being in that arena, I know, yeah. But try my best, people. You got to speak up for yourself. But that's no here, nor there.
Yeah.
Back to the regular scheduling program. That was like a miniature conversation, a little test to come out to tell people, yes, I do have those moments where I just like, no. But again, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just had to bring that out, people. I had to bring that out. That was a good time. So now, after all this, so what is your end goal after you showcasing, after all your shop your closet? What is your end goal that you want people to take from it? Your end goal.
I think the biggest thing is just learning to develop their style and a capsule wardrobe that can follow them throughout
Mm,
the time. I know a lot of my audience has said like, "Oh, I'm loving the series, but you already have all these pieces in your closet. I'm trying to learn how to get the pieces." And so I definitely
Mm.
want to create some upcoming content that talks about like how I choose clothes and how I've gotten my wardrobe to be what it is.
Okay.
And I'm literally able to shop my closet wherever I want to go now. And I think that that would be
Mhm.
beneficial for a lot of women so that we're not over consuming, we're not overspending, and you're actually wearing, getting the value of the clothes that you buy.
Now, as you're doing these series, is your closet organized to where you're able to get it? Because I know a lot of people may say, I want to shop my closet, but I have clothes in this bin, I have this clothes here, I have this clothes in the back room, in the front room. So how do you organize or somewhat organize yours so that you're able to shop your closet? What are some tidbits that you can share with someone who may not have that space or who may not be able to put everything out and say, okay, I really want to do this? Because again, you're in the comfort of your own home, you have your own clothes, but sometimes our defeat gets in our way for us not to push through the task at hand. So what are some tidbits you could share with somebody who don't have that space?
So I am somebody who does suffer from limited closet space. So one of the things that I do is I color coordinate clothes in my
Mm,
closet. So all the blue shirts are here, I just kind of make a an array of all the color coordinations. I separate my stuff as far as like what kind of piece it is. So the shirts are hung up over here, the dresses are hung up here, the pants are here. The biggest thing that helps me, again, because I'm a visual learner, is I try
uh-huh.
to hang up as much as my closet can hold, because if it's not up
Right.
there, I'm gonna forget about it. And then
Facts.
two, with having limited space, just making sure that you put away clothes that are not in season. So if it's winter,
Hmm.
put your swimsuits and stuff away. Pack that stuff in bins and stuff. If you're not wearing it, put all your sandals and stuff out the way. Pull out your coats. I have a little like wardrobe over here to my left where I will like put out all of my winter coats for the season.
Okay.
And then when it gets hot, I'll move all that and I'll put out all of my very colorful clothes. Because if I see it, I'm like, oh yes, I want to wear that. So that's
Right.
my biggest solution.
Now, do you have some transitional pieces that you use where you say, okay, I could wear this all year, I can mix and match? Are there like a couple of pieces that you do keep out for the whole year where it works across the seasons?
Yes, so I am the type of person who I shop. Like one of my primary goals when shopping is buying clothes that can transition over different seasons. So
Okay.
a lot of my dresses, a lot of my pants can transition.
Mhm.
So those things are always out year round in my closet. And then I have like, the sweaters or the heavy things, like the really skimpy things that you wouldn't wear in the winter. Those things I will put away. But my mindset is if I can wear it throughout all four seasons, I'm gonna get it.
Oh, okay. No, that's definitely facts. So now is before we end the show, Sandra, I again publicly, privately, I want to say thank you for being on the show as always. After these messages, we would like for you to tell the people, is there any quote or anything that you will leave with anyone who is, trying to be part of this world, the content, trying to be that beautiful woman, what they already have. So after these messages, we're going to come back with Sandra and then we're going to go from there. And again, thank you all for being part of Coffee with Joy. Yes, thank you all. Great viewership.
Bring them out, hey. Bring them out, yeah. Bring them out, hey. Bring them out. VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life with that.
Welcome back to Coffee with Joy. As always, I am so grateful to have Sandra on the show. But she's gonna leave an affirmation or quote because we all need this of how to shop our closet. Why is it very important? Because we don't need to spend useless money that we don't have on things that we already have in the house. Because I know I'm probably one of them who have like, sad to say, like 40 pairs of jeans and probably only stick to two. Yeah. So I'm not a big jeans wearer, but I must stand in line and say, yes, that's me. I have probably like 40 pairs of jeans, only wear two. Like I love the two. And I you could check the social, you probably see the same jeans. But is there anything that you would like to leave with the people on how to keep the momentum going? Try to work it out or do small steps, or just share anything that that will help the individual.
Yeah, I think my favorite quote right now, just in all areas of my life, is Tony Evans, and I'm paraphrasing, but he says something like, "Coincidence doesn't compare to God's sovereignty." And for me,
Hmm.
that's been super important because I have to remember that God is sovereign even over my creativity. And so he will give you the imagination, the idea, the creativity to
Amen.
even do something simple as building a wardrobe, as putting together clothes that represent a love letter to your body. And a lot of times we only seek God for these really big things, which limit him in this box. But I promise you, he has done even the most smallest things, like giving me the idea of where would you have at home so that I can be more creative with the clothes in my closet. So his sovereignty rules over all areas of your life.
Amen. Amen. We receive that. Yes, it's sovereignty, people. Yes. So there you all have it, everyone. There's Sonja. Please make sure when you all go back, take in, look, it's his sovereignty. Definitely. God can do it exceedingly and abundantly. So don't limit God,
Yeah.
for he's not a limitless God. He goes above and beyond in what our hearts and minds can ask for. So as you all know, this is Coffee with Joy. I look forward to seeing you all. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and follow. If you'd like to patronize Coffee with Joy, please make sure you follow below. You see my PayPal account. Any donation is always grateful. Until then, if it's Wednesday, it is Coffee with Joy. Have a blessed night.